Reuse these numbers again and again. It's right here in front of our face how they're doing it. You know, One Direction. Why are they syncing up with One Direction? Oh, well, easy to see. Easy to see. Are you understanding how this works? One Direction, 67, like blood sacrifice. This piece of propaganda updated at the 67th prime number. So he's solving One Direction's problem. Reuse these numbers again and again. It's right here in front of our face how they're doing it. You know, One Direction. Why are they syncing up with One Direction? Oh, well, easy to see. Easy to see. Are you understanding how this works? One Direction, 67, like blood sacrifice. This piece of propaganda updated at the 67th prime number. So he's solving One Direction's problem. One Direction, 193, the 44th prime number. Using the alphabetical order, space 44. Space 91. I know we saw some 91s earlier. I was talking about this 13th triangular number. We saw how they paired it with the 41st prime, also space something 91. One Direction, 68, like pillar, special number to Freemasons, blood sacrifice, 86 to reflection, and then 131. So a 1331 sequence, but it's also the 32nd prime, Agenda 32, America, Jerusalem. Unbelievable. Like, absolutely unbelievable. O is the 15th letter. 1 plus 5 is 6. D is the 4th letter, 64. Kill 64, 44, 28. You know, kill 28, dynamite with a life lesson number of 28. All those 28s we saw. Wow.
Studio audience. We have a studio audience today. These are students from the new school of Monmouth County, which also happens to be my elementary school. That was your teacher. That was my teacher, Jay Smith, and my director, Susan Chilver. So, guys, we have a question and a video to show you. Do you guys know who Stephen Hawking is? Yes. Excellent. You do? Okay, renowned physicist. Do you know who Zayn from One Direction is? Yeah. The worlds are colliding. Why would those two ever be in the same sentence? Here they are.
So I'm gonna look up Zayn's name. I'm just pausing it just in case they have some stupid copyright claim, which they can't. It's news. This is supposed to be fair use, and that's my ad-free channel. But again, this gang could just take this video down for that reason anyway, and you just try to write YouTube, oh, no, we can't do anything about it. So I'm not even gonna take the risk, because this is a great video. But Zayn from One Direction. See, clues to examine more of this. This will probably be a 45-minute video, but it's whatever. You know, might as well jam all what I can in this. Might as well start it with his band. Because I knew I was gonna spell it wrong. So, you know, born in 93, pairing it with someone who was born in 93, Saturn 93, the keeper of time to the occult, Saturn 21, you know, all these things we've been seeing. Stephen Hawking born in 42, they're saying, why will these two ever be in the same sentence? I'm explaining to you how. With Gematria, with Kabbalah, with numerology. Zayn, born in 93, Stephen Hawking, born in 42. It's a Saturnian ritual. So we'll just see because you can probably look and see when when this happened. But I can't even find out when. So was this? But I know they synced it up then with the death and Zane's birthday. So Zane born January 12th. You know, 121 Revelation 121. There's also 112 Mathematics 112. Are you all seeing this? Mathematics sums to 112. And then Zayn Malik born 112. Mathematics 1 + 1 is 2. And 93. Unbelievable. This is incredible. How crazy this propaganda is. Circle 112. This is all Zionist propaganda. The Jesuit order in 112 nations. Vatican City founded February 11th. Donald 112. The Saturnian actor. Wow. Now we gotta see his birth numerology. NASA 35. Born on a date with a life less number of 35. Oh my goodness, it's probably Canada. This is so coded. The Lima 125, the occult religion order number 93, born in 93. Oh my goodness. Day with 353 days remaining. That's the 71st prime, Catholic 71, 71 the 20th prime, time 20, Saturn keeper time, death 20, prophecy 106, Mason 26, 13, talk all about that, execution 112, the Saturnian actor. Wow. Now we gotta see his birth numerology. NASA 35. Born on a date with a life less number of 35. Oh my goodness, it's probably Canada. This is so coded. The Lima 125, the occult religion order number 93, born in 93. Oh my goodness. Day with 353 days remaining. That's the 71st prime, Catholic 71, 71 the 20th prime, time 20, Saturn keeper time, death 20, prophecy 106, Mason 26, 13, talk all about that, execution 116. It's also 119 or 911 upside down. Probably going some of that too, but I'm telling right here, if these are too many numbers for you, just take this away. The life lesson number, of all the numbers, the life one, the main one, 35. The Lima 35, 125. NASA 35. 493. Oh my goodness. What's his name sum to? This is gonna be if this is an hour video of this type of stuff, I'm completely fine with that. Whoops. Wow. Born on January 12th. His name sums to 112. Wow, I hope this video becomes one of those, I want the whole world to see this. This is the best examples ever. Again, circle 40, 112, 32. So we have 32 right here. And 50, it's everything. Circle, Zane. I already talked about the circle, mathematics of the circle. That's the most important thing, this gang. Saturn keeper times all entwined in that stuff. Times, cycles, circles. So we have the 32nd prime, the 50, 40, 112, circle with these. He is a born-to-be Zionist actor participating in propaganda. No surprise is happening when he's 25, time 25, death 25. Wow. Zane 21, 42, like Saturn, Moon 15. It's all Jesuit propaganda, 2142. Malik, 35, born with a lifeless number 40. This is the most coded thing I've seen all year. Nothing beats this so far. I don't think anything's going to beat this. This is I know we're all seeing this right now. This is crazy. Malik 46, like chaos, like sacrifice. Today's the 46 numerology is happening. We haven't even done from his birthday to this day yet, because we're just decoding him. We haven't even gotten past his birthday, and it's all this coded propaganda inside his existence. That's what I'm saying. These are embodiments of propaganda. Why do you think I call them that? Also, don't think it's a coincidence that his name begins with Z, the 26th letter, and like all this Mason 26 and stuff like that. Remember, space also, S the 19th letter, so single reduction, space, it's 26. You know? So, 112, 2018, time, Psalms 261, dying 61 days from his birthday. And it's a span of 62 days, Mason 62. This is a Masonic time ritual, as I've been saying the entire time. Blood sacrifice 86. He's blood sacrificed 8 weeks and 6 days. And the One Direction guy's birthday. It's also 2-2, you know, without too much 2 days, 20 master builder number, all that. Wow. Yo, time 61, Mason 62. This is how your media is. This is how it always is. This is not an exception. This is not a super coded example. It's just very easy to see, probably in my opinion. But they're all coded just this way, with this strength, everything. The next celebrity death will be this synced up to this person and that person.
Stability and somewhere outside of our own.
So do you guys think that's possible?
I don't want to finish watching this. I hope you don't mind. I mean, this video's already long enough. I think we can end there. His name sums to 112, born on 112. His name and circle have the same exact thing. I mean, that's what I'm trying to show. So what does this tell you? That means One Direction is a Zionist Jew, Masonic Jesuit order creation, branded with coded actors who are born to be. This is how the world of mainstream is. Mainstream, 113, it's all dishonest. 113, it's all from the Scottish Rite Freemasons. 113, it's all green screen. That's why it's all fake. It's all fiction. It's all bullshit. They use politics to distract you more with it and do more type of propaganda. It's all not true. So there you have it. You know, a long video showing how Stephen Hawking is just a theatrical performer, One Direction, bunch of actors, sings very mediocre music. We gotta see what Javad sums to. I mean, if he's this coded, he has to have a very coded middle name that fits his Saturnian pattern. Saturn 42, 93. You see how before I put it in, I said it's going to fit the Saturnian pattern. And it does. Because I'm not a prophet. I'm not really good at Gematria and all this. No. It's because your federal government is giving you these coded actors with these same exact tropes, these same exact qualities and characteristics, that you can just start with their birth numerology and see what they're trying to do. Again, born in 93, that's the first thing I even talked about. Born in 93. Moon 15, Saturn 42, 93. Born on the 12th day of the year. Even look at the art they do with this. See how 42, this comes 93 goes over here, 42 comes over there, in reverse, you know. They reflect when they don't. All this art inside this propaganda. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it. I exposed NASA. I exposed Stephen Hawking. Good riddance, Stephen Hawking's gone. I do not like him. All he does is deceive everyone. Everything he's so smart scientist who's doing all this is to say, no, he's an actor, filling your head with all sorts of bullshit from NASA. You know, fake science, all sorts of crap. And guess what now? Time's a healer. Time's going to keep passing, and then children no longer won't give a fuck about who he is. I'm not going to research Stephen Hawking and know who he is. And if they ask who he is, tell them the truth. He's an actor, a fake news Zionist Jew employee. Very well faked. Do I think he faked his death? Yeah, I mean, I think he's still alive. Probably talking now, walking around, living with his billions of dollars for deceiving you all the time. Good riddance. Seriously, good riddance.
Stephen, we saying it's Stephen Walking, not Stephen Hawking. Fucking hell. Right, let me cut this video. Yo. Excuse me, Mike was gonna watch a quick couple of videos from Bianca, right? And again, we'll leave it up to the viewer if you think it's scripted and a bunch of bullshit, and she was probably, done an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, and all that stuff, paid off just to say what she's saying. Again, I'm not saying that people that with that have money or what type of stature will not do certain stuff that isn't nice to people, obviously, in a sense, right? But with all that's coming out left, right, and center, remember, we just done Young Philly. Remember, I weren't fully saying humiliation ritual like that straight away. It was around, but I wasn't, you know what I mean? And then as the parts came in and we was doing the extra transmissions with what was going on, we said, look here now. Look here now. Again, if you're not up to speed, go and check out the Young Philly playlist, yeah? Especially what's from like part 2 and 3 or whatever. Yeah? And then the humiliation one, I think that was fucking hell, was it part 4? But anywho, right, so let's watch Bianca. Yeah? And then we'll break down, not that I should need to, but we'll break it down anyway. I've got it ready to play, the thumbnail, because it's literally all on the thumbnail. I will check my show notes though, because there might be a couple of extra tidbits that we may have to, focus in on and hone in and say, looky. But anywho, let's see what she's saying, right? Again, fair use.
Bianca Gascoigne has told Sky News how she was groomed and assaulted by Mohamed Al Fayed as a teenager while working at Harrods. She's revealing her abuse for the first time, having...
And quickly, just for, if you don't know who this person is, basically, the girl is the daughter of a legendary footballer called Paul Gascoigne, yeah, old school, Gaza. And then the guy, Mohammed, if you know Harrods in London, basically, he's dead now. So the guy that's being accused, he's actually died. He died on August 30th. Now think about the type of allegations now. And of course, the R word comes into play. We just went over it, how much for the young Philly. Remember, 83 days to his birthday. And then when he got moved on, what was it, October 9th, the day before it went all crazy in the news. Of course, that day leaves 83 days of the year. And of course, the word rapist equals 83. That's why Cassie with P. Diddy Puff Daddy Coombs, the baby old booty bandit, Cassie came out 83 days after her birthday with her allegations that in 2023, you see? And rape equals 23 anyway. So, perfect year. But anyway, as we know right now, it's going crazy with all types of allegations, just going crazy. So, just note the code at play, whether it's organic or not. Just note the fucking code. All you need to do, due diligence, note the code. Anything after that, we'll look into it. But just note the patterns. All right, boom.
Bianca Gascoigne has told Sky...
Shit, the dad, excuse me, the dad is basically Princess Di in England that obviously got killed, murdered, sacrificed in the fucking tunnel. Was it at the 13th pillar, Princess Diana? Anyway, the guy she was going out with is her dad in this situation with the footballer's daughter, yeah? Owns big store, Harrods, UK, some Egyptian guy. Right, now we're ready to roll. Shout out to everybody. Even if you are a troll or a naysayer, come up and have your say. It'd be nice to hear from you. All right, let's get it.
Bianca Gascoigne has told Sky News how she was groomed and assaulted by Mohamed Al Fayed as a teenager while working at Harrods. She's revealing her abuse for the first time, having never told her parents, Paul and Cheryl. The model says that shame and embarrassment stopped her from saying anything at the time, but now she wants to speak out so other women can come forward. She's been speaking to my colleague Sarah J. Mee, and a warning that the next report contains descriptions of sexual assault, which she may find distressing.
Bianca Gascoigne was just 16 when she landed a job at Harrods. Fresh from school, she'd been to the store on shopping trips with her parents, former England footballer Paul Gascoigne and her mum, Cheryl. She saw it as her ticket to becoming a fashion buyer. But she says soon after she started reporting directly to Mohamed Al Fayed, the grooming began.
He used to tell me how much of a bad father my dad was, because he used to come into the store drunk, and he used to tell me that he was an embarrassment, that I should look to him as a father figure, that he could rely on me. And yeah, I felt a false sense of security with him early doors, because I used to go into the store with my mum and dad, and he used to come over, be very charming, you know, bring us gifts, very personable. So I literally felt quite safe in his presence early doors.
From that point on, it got worse for Bianca. She says during their weekly meetings, he would grope her, force her to kiss him. She says she felt trapped and frightened. And one night, Al Fayed offered her the Harrods Park Lane apartment to stay in before an early work flight.
He turned up at the apartment. To my shock, I just couldn't believe it. I was just gobsmacked. I was kind of very shell-shocked that I just didn't really know what to do, apart from, you know, he came in and then he sat me down on the sofa and like was obviously very forceful with, you know, the touching and the kissing. And I don't know how, but I managed to wiggle away. And I think possibly, you know that him knowing my parents, where I was working to someone so closely to him, maybe, I don't know, that might have saved me at that moment, but it was horrific.
Bianca recently had a daughter, and seeing other victims come forward, she felt she wanted to add her voice to empower victims of sexual assault. Bianca knows how difficult it is. She hasn't told anyone her story in 22 years. No one in her life knew what was going on, not even her mum and dad. She says the shame stopped her.
I was trying to deal with what I was dealing with, what was going on, because it was just so horrific. And I just didn't want to lose my job at that point. And he told me if I would say anything that I would lose my job. So I just really, you know, got scared. And at 16, turning 17, I just, you know, you think you know what's going on at the time, but you really don't. Like, I look back now and just feel very sorry for my 16-year-old self and wish I could protect her. I feel like I have to do this, like, and I want to do this, and I want to stand for the women, and, you know, and just hopefully make any kind of change that in the future that my daughter wouldn't have to go through something like this, and it would be spoken about, and these predators wouldn't be able to get away with what they're getting away with.
Sarah J. Mee, Sky News.
In a statement, Harrods has said, "We are utterly appalled by the allegations of abuse perpetrated by Mohamed Al Fayed. These were the actions of an individual who was intent on abusing his power wherever he operated, and we condemn them in the strongest terms." We also acknowledge that during this time, his victims were failed, and for this we sincerely apologise. While we cannot undo the past, we have been determined to do the right thing as an organisation driven by the values we hold today, while ensuring that such behaviour can never be repeated in the future.
Well, I'll quickly say this before we roll the thing. Footballers, obviously, they're not gangsters in that sense. My point, what I'm going to trying to get across quickly is, she's 16, 17. Her dad's a footballer. Even if he was, you know, gone past his age or his peak performance, and, you know, and he went to too much booze and all that type of stuff for Paul Gascoigne or whatever. But even still, association maybe. Like, my point is, like, football, man's man. Like, was he really trying it? My point is she chatting bullshit, or did this really happen? That's my point. Like, is this just like easily put out hearsay? You know what I mean? What do you reckon? Of course, the people at the place now, the store, they can be like, oh, well, he used to throw his weight around. He's got this, this type of persona, whatever about him. He likes to, he's arrogant and confident or whatever. You know what I mean? And thinks he can have it all because he's got it all already. So yes, you can. Again, not saying somebody's not can't do that or can't not be capable, obviously, but boy, I don't know if I can believe this one. And as I say, watch when we get to the time, and in 1 second, we watch this last clip. Was that the last clip? Or did we watch one clip? I think we only watched one clip, didn't we? We didn't watch both of them. There was two. I don't know if it's kind of the same, this one. We'll see. We'll give it a sec. If it's the same, blah, 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 I'll just fuck it off, roll the thing, and then we'll get to the decode, which is... Yeah, we'll break that down in a minute. If you didn't understand the thumbnail for today. If you got it, that you literally really know what I'm about to say. Like, okay, what's the odds of this being in the news? And is she chatting shit? I kind of think she's chatting shit. Right,
Now, the
let's roll
daughter
this.
of Paul Gascoigne, Bianca Gascoigne, has said that she was groomed and sexually assaulted by former Fulham owner Mohamed Al Fayed while working at his department store Harrods. Al Fayed died last year and had been accused of multiple counts of rape and sexual assault. A warning to viewers that the report of Bianca's story contains some distressing details. The full interview is on the UK Tonight with Sarah Jane Mee on Sky News from 8 o'clock.
Bianca Gascoigne was just 16 when she landed a job at Harrods. Fresh from school, she'd been to the store on shopping trips with her parents, former England footballer Paul Gascoigne and her mum, Cheryl. She saw it as her ticket to be...
I think it's the same bollocks, actually. I ain't even going to bother with it. It must be the same one. The first one was 4 minutes 10, and that one's 3 minutes 38. Anywho, minor. I think we get the gist of it. So, on that note...
Turn off the TV, it's way too misleading. Telling them lies until you believe it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It don't take a genius to pick up the pieces.
Alright, mic check. Let me put this thing on repeat. You should be able to hear me, yeah? I'm sure she's 37 years old currently, yeah? The word grooming equals 37. This news comes out yesterday, the 22nd of the month. Or whatever, for whatever month, right? So 22nd yesterday, October. Groom equals 22. And as you can see, Bianca Jade Gascoigne equals 383. From Mohamed Al Fayed's birthday, January 27th, to the situation coming out. First time ever, never spoken about it before. I mean, and it's not like, I'm not saying her dad didn't want her to obviously, human trials, learn stuff and, how to appreciate stuff and, use your money and blah, 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 and have responsibility and, all of that. So I don't want to say, oh, she had a silver spoon. Obviously, I haven't followed her career. I'm sure she's been in some TV shows and stuff, but that don't mean that, you're living that extra sexy. But wouldn't be surprised if she was living decent, you know what I mean? So the point is, that part about him allegedly saying, you'll lose your job if you don't, whatever, let me cop a feel or let me get a little visual. Yeah, however it went down, yeah. And she ain't, all right to be able to get, elsewhere. With or without the help of her dad, to get perks like that, probably, decent person anyway, probably got a brain on ya, and then obviously look all right. So obviously you'll probably get through. That's my point. Like, what the fuck? Harrods, like, was it the most biggest deal? Really? 16, 17-year-old? Boy, I don't know. I'm not really, I don't know. As I said, I'm not saying this scenario or situation can't happen, obviously, but on this occasion, you know what I mean? Get my Columbo one now. Get out the old fucking magnifying glass and you hover over these numbers up in this motherfucker. Like a Gematria tea leaves. So as you can see, boom, 38 weeks and 3 days. Yeah, from his birthday, 27th of January, from Mohamed Al Fayed to the situation, 22nd of October. Yeah, 2024, 38 weeks, 3 days, 383. Bianca Gascoigne, 383. Not only that, the word grooming, as well as the 37, it also equals 98. Because from the situation to his birthday in 2025, 27th of January, is 98 days. I mean, how can you deny this? Whether it's scripted or not, you know what I mean? Just follow the fucking pattern. Anything else, alright, well, you know what I mean? We can try and determine and distinguish that. But just note the fucking patterns. It's undeniable. It's these type of moments when you say, come on, man. How many more videos do you need? Fucking hell. I said, you know what, let me just use the thumbnail, do a quick recording and do the breakdown. Furthermore, let me just quickly check my show notes as well. So she was trapped. I think I got something with that as well. You got the caption part there before the main bit. Because I was trapped. Yeah? Alright. Again, remember this time, was it last year or the year before, you had Mason Greenwood. That him? That the one him? What's his name? You had the rapify kind of situation going on, that footballer. Did he play for Man United or something like that? Did the message from the girl not come out around these same days? Like, this literally marks the day. It was either yesterday or today. Because I remember covering it, and I know the word RAPE equals 22 and 23. And of course, 68, going back to young Philly. When is he born again? 6th of August. Of course, people can be prone to doing certain stuff, hence why you're polarized in nature in a specific way when you're born. And obviously some people, for the most part, most people that are born obviously on, as I explained before, whether it's 6th of August or 8th of fucking June, for example, and obviously, either way you can say the dates to get the 68. But my point is, going back to the rape, my point is, it doesn't mean that you're going to grow up to be a rapist, does it? But for some people, accompanied by the frequency bending with what they're doing, with what we're trying to explain over here, yeah? It's a no-brainer. I mean, it becomes such a fucking no-brainer. It's unbelievable. Like, oh my God. Come on, man. So Bianca Gascoigne says Mohamed Al Fayed groomed and... I mean, I heard one content creator, was it Tisha Tells? Must was on a video yesterday for like 2 seconds. And I heard her say make sure. I was like, if you don't just say the flipping word. Them time I've already been spelling in this flipping transmission. Fucking walking on tiptoes with these, eggshells with these bastards, isn't it, all the time? Give me a break. Sexually assaulted. I didn't do it. I'm speaking about a story. Alright, YouTube. Okay, now. So yeah, she worked at Harrods as a teenager. Again, well-known store. Let me get my show notes quickly. I don't know how much you heard or didn't hear of that. Hold on, let me just wait for something here. I'm sure it was alright. Has it done it? Hold up. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no. I think it's because when I did the split screen, then the mic went to mute. So hopefully you just heard me for the last few minutes. Or at least fucking 60 seconds. If not, oh well. Right, let me get my show notes. Gallery. Again, I would show you gallery, but it doesn't like my device. It's not happy. So, as I say, we've got to keep it the reciprocal. Otherwise, I'd make a video properly and break it down, but so no need. Obviously, not all the time. Obviously, you can do a quick one like this just off the thumbnail. You know, if you're up to speed, do I even need to do a transmission? Bam! Just the thumbnail, that's all you need. I know the 37 with the grooming bit weren't there, going with her age, but everything else, bam. And 2 2s, you would have blinked your eye. Yeah, 2 2s, you probably would have blinked your eye anyway. And I would have just, added the extra bit anyway. So you would have got it all within 24 hours. I wonder if that racist is going to come up. Where's that racist guy? There was somebody that was quite racist. But if you saw my earlier transmission today. Oh, we got a little something extra for, what's his name as well? Chris Kabar. I think I noticed it when I first did the decoding so many years back, but because I haven't done the 6-7 side for ages up until just today, I said, huh, I've definitely got to show that, but I know I must have shown that before. But that would have been a couple of years ago when the situation happened. But yeah, so it will be, if anything, a reminder. Well, don't forget. Hold on here, don't get too far on the slides. Sorry guys, give me one moment here. Oh, it was these ones. Oh, and something I forgot to mention as well yesterday in that crystal bar. Again, it will be in the next transmission. We're going to be wrapping up here shortly anyway, so. But yeah, part of it I wrote down in the comments about the 38 and the time that they released is the officer's name, which I know I spoke about before, but I didn't do it in that one yesterday, unfortunately. Maybe there is nothing else. I must hold up. So again, remember when? And again, remember when what's his name died as well, as I already mentioned. Just as a quick reminder for Mohamed Al Fayed, he dies August 30th, and now it's coming out allegedly, Trying to think of how to say it. I'm still gonna say the word, but it's from Raperville and shit. That's my point. Shit. Did we ever get Epstein's list? Did that ever even come out? Right, I think we can actually end this stream now. I'm not seeing nothing that I thought I was gonna see. For what's her face? I thought I had like an extra tidbit somewhere. I've been looking. Huh. change this background crap. Yeah, I think we've got enough here. And it came out yesterday, yeah, Groom has already said 22. Yeah, I pointed that already. Yeah, I think we're good. Again, not that in this one they're saying it's full blown RAPED, but you know, we have got the 44. Oh, also, hold up. Let me finish with the 44, because I've just seen something else that, oh my god. Yes. Of course. Anyway, Gascoigne 44. Like RAPED. And then we've got Trapped. 80 like Gascoigne. In the same cipher as well. But there's more to go with that, to be fair. It's not always like, yeah, you know, you're doing cartwheels just because you got a pair as such. So yeah, to be fair, we don't even worry about that one, to be fair. Unless something else of significance goes with that. Right. I think we'll leave it there. Right, catch you on the next transmission. 6-7 Chris Gabar.